I don't know about you, but this is just about the weirdest looking carburetor I've ever come across. And this is off the M35 Gasser, the REO with the Gold Comet OA331 engine. It's a Holley 885 FFG two-barrel carburetor. They call it a side draft because, yeah, the air does come in the side. It draws from the side, but it's an upright carburetor. And this thing was on the Rios, the Whites, International, Ford used them on Lincolns and Mercurys in the late 40s, early 50s. And the GMC version of the M35, the 135 and the 211, they had these carburetors as well. And these things just look weird. There's all kind of attachments over here and a big vacuum pot over here. It's just weird. Well, I knew since the gasser sat for 12 years, carburetor needed to be redone. So I had not pulled it apart. When I got the truck back in 06, more than 20 years ago, the previous owner, get this right, the truck was purchased from the military in the late 50s by someone who thought World War III was going to happen any day now. And he had it on his property as a Armageddon vehicle. He got in disrepair. His son, sometime in the late 70s, early 80s, rebuilt the engine, transfer case, transmission, axles, all that kind of stuff, but never put any fluid in them and just let them sit. Rebuilt the carburetor. They sat. 20, 25 years later, I come along, buy the non-running truck from the son after the dad has passed away, and I added fluid. I pulled this cover off 20 years ago, looked inside, oh, that's weird. But it worked, so I left it be. But I knew I was going to pull it apart. So sometime in the last 12 or 15 years, I bought a carburetor kit. And the kit, I will post this in the linkage. This is a military part number. This is the, you see that? Yeah. Parts kit carb 00-753-9050-2910. This was made in 1989. Anyway, there's 5 bolts. The choke goes over here. You can see the choke. Full on, full off. Cover comes off. And there's a vacuum controlled plunger right there that does something way down below. Yeah, you thought it looked weird on the outside. What the heck is this, right? So this thing has the float bowl on top. Look at that. This is a Holley. So if you've worked on, I have not worked on a carburetor in a while, but think about the double pumpers, the 3310 center pivot float. Well, there's a float cover or a needle and seat cover right there. You can pull the needle and seat out. You can't adjust the float height, but some of the things on here, they carried over to their other things 20 years later. Floats right there. And you got main jets down below. Again, this is the top of the carburetor, float bowl. These are regulated. Right here is where the fuel gets sucked in. It's really weird, the vacuum. This tube goes down over yeah, Venturi's right there. Inside the Venturi is another tube, and that tube connects to this hole here on this side with a gasket on top. Vacuum down below here makes a vacuum. It pulls the fuel through the main jet, through this little thing, back down to that hole and down into the engine. And that's the main circuit. These are the idle circuits. same thing. It pulls down through here, through there, after it comes out of the main float bowl. And it's just kind of a weird situation. So I back up and put the camera back down. The thing was on the truck. The thing was sitting for all these years, and the throttle was stuck. It wouldn't move. This is the throttle arm. It would not move. Like, oh, I figured the accelerator pump, leather pump piston, had just frozen up. So I pull, and I pry out a little bit, just trying to make it move when it was still on the truck and everything all together. Something went pop and started moving. And okay, great. Throttle pedal moves now. We're good. I tried spraying starting fluid in the side, turn it over, nothing. Wouldn't go at all. So on the truck, I pulled the cover off. And you look down, you can see if you look, I can't show you on the, maybe I can this way. Nothing fell out. Okay, the Venturis are closed. They open like that, right? But watch this. I'm holding it wide open. You can close them. See how they move independent of the throttle shaft? Yeah. That's not a direct connection. I'd forgotten that. This is a governor assembly. I was looking in the throttle shafts, the butterflies, and I was turning this, and they weren't turning. It's like, oh man, that wasn't the accelerator pump. I broke the throttle shaft. So I pulled the carburetor off. And I started taking it apart. It had gunk in there, and all the accelerator pump circuits were just clogged solid. And the mains, not so bad. I used a can of carb cleaner going down each hole, and I could get first dirt coming, nasty color stuff. Then it would start showing up somewhere else. I could trace the circuits, and I get all the circuits cleaned out. That kit I showed you had new main jets, needle and seat, the air sensing pieces, the idle jets. It had all those pieces. So I replaced all that and an accelerator pump. And once I sprayed down into there a little bit, the throttle plate cleaned up, and now it moves. There's a spring over here, and it will now go to wide open when I turn it wide open. Anyway, I'm going to go install it on the truck, and once I figure out my fuel lines, I haven't done that yet, I'm going to see if this thing will run. But I wanted to show, this is a weird carburetor. Float bowl is on top of the Venturis. Yeah. Apparently this was thought of as a good thing because the hood height in the early 50s was becoming a thing. So this carburetor was made with the sideways air lower hood. You can get no air filter on top, air filter on the side. That's what this thing is. Anyway, I just wanted to show this weirdest carburetor I've ever come across. Looks almost like a modern throttle body injection piece with the fuel coming out on top. Anyway, that's a Holley 885 FFG. Hopefully it'll work now. Thanks for watching.